Hey collectors, here is a look at the Condiment King Build-A-Figure Batman figure with his arms and the cel-shaded BATCYCLE with the helmeted head for the Batman figure. And I would like to thank Hobby Corner for the figure and Hypebeast for the cycle. Links in the description below. Check them out. Here is what the back of each boxes looks like. For the figure, you have the animated picture of Condiment King plus the part that you will get for this character and the instructions on how to build the figure. And for the bat cycle, you have the instructions on how to put it on display on the base included, plus how to install the batteries. So before you discard both of these boxes, be sure to look them up. And this is what the box contains: a character card as usual for each Mcfarlane Toys figure, and the plastic tray containing the Batman cel-shaded figure, the arms for the Build-A-Figure Condiment King, a hand with a grapple gun, and two pairs of hands plus the Batarang. And before you can get Batman out of this plastic tray, he is held in place with some transparent plastic straps that you need to cut, and I suggest you do it at the back. And this is what the back of the plastic tray looks like. The figure has a cloth cape, so be careful when you are pulling it out from the slit provided. And this is where I suggest you cutting off those plastic straps that keeps the figure in place so that you won't damage it in case you are using a very sharp cutting tool like a cutter or a scissor. And out of the plastic tray, Batman stands above 6 inches tall, and this one sports a new head sculpt. Specifically, the jaw is now much wider and much longer than what DC Direct previously released. Sometimes you don't have to reinvent things when it's already good. This head sculpt is really weird for me, and probably I'll be using the other head sculpt that was included in the expression pack instead of displaying it with this head. Due to the added paint application for this figure, the so-called cel shading of Mcfarlane Toys, it somehow stiffened some of the joints, and it can hold an action pose on its own. But again, I am not suggesting you leaving it on this kind of display, because a little nudge and this figure will definitely fall down. Here is a comparison shot of the other Batman figures released by DC Collectibles. From the expression pack with the Phantasm box set and Batman with BATCYCLE box set. And you can clearly see that the Mcfarlane version is much taller than the original released by DC Collectibles. The Bruce Wayne head sculpt made by DC Collectibles for the expression pack could not be properly put on the neck for this figure because the ball peg is much bigger than the hole provided for you to be able to connect the head to the neck. So if you want to display it with the Bruce Wayne head, you have to modify the hole in the head to accommodate the ball peg for the neck. If you don't, it will look weird having a very long neck like the one that you can see on this video clip. The new mask head made by Mcfarlane Toys can be placed on any of the old DC Direct Batman bodies. Because of how soft the jaw part is, it will be able to accommodate the ball peg of the neck from the old figures. And this is what both of the figures look like when their heads are interchanged. With the BATCYCLE, once you remove the plastic tray containing the cycle itself with the card and the helmeted head for the Batman figure, you will have the skid effects and the base for you to display this vehicle. With the additional paint application that Mcfarlane did for this cycle, it somehow pops up and it's not as boring as the first issue looked like, but there are some of the features that were removed, like the display on the dashboard when you use the light up feature for this cycle. After removing the tab at the bottom of the cycle, this is how the light up feature looks like, but again, the details on the display on the dashboard of the cycle was removed, unlike the first version. Unfortunately, my first cycle's battery already died out and I can't show you, but you could still check on the other reviewers. They've already showed what the difference on the dashboard looks like. And here is Batman on the BATCYCLE. And I have to admit, it's really hard posing the leg, the knee, and the foot to be able to be angled properly and him to step on that pedal on this vehicle. And I suggest you don't force the figure because you might break some of the articulation attempting to pose him riding this cycle. This is how I position the figure and how the legs are arched when I put it on the BATCYCLE. And I do hope you have other alternative position for the figure to be able to ride properly the BATCYCLE. To wrap things up, here they are again with the first version from DC Collectibles, Batman the Animated Series, Batman with BATCYCLE, and the Mcfarlane Toys Cell Shaded version. And with that, thank you all for watching and see you all again next video.